So apparently the infinite field upgrade glitch is back. Now it's kind of weird how this works, but apparently if you're in game and you save and quit, you will basically lock your field upgrade at a point where that's how it is forever throughout the game. So say if you're on round 3 and you save and quit, apparently it will basically lock your field upgrade to take very little kills. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy the video. Want to unlock all new mastery camos like Singularity ASAP? Check out Mitch Cactus, the biggest and the most reliable name in Call of Duty. They offer instant delivery DLC codes like Monster Energy, plus lobbies delivered in under an hour. Everything is 100% safe and legit for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Trusted by the community and seen all over YouTube, Mitch Cactus has over 20,000 verified reviews and thousands of personal vouchers. Make them the go-to for all things Call of Duty and even other games like Battlefield 6. Use code SPAZO to save 5% off for a limited time only. So apparently the field upgrade glitch still works inside of Black Ops 7 Zombies, and it's not the way that it used to work. You can't just swap your field upgrade and that's it, and it gives you the same amount of kills for the rest of the game. That is patched. That is 100% patched. But apparently in your game, when you're playing, whenever you hit that mark where you kind of are just like, all right, man, this is kind of taking too long, you can save and quit your game and then rejoin back up your game. And apparently for the rest of the game, it is like back to starting kills, which is interesting. So today we're gonna see if that works, and we're gonna see just how good it can actually be. So that's gonna be the game plan. I don't know what round we're gonna go to. Again, literally the plan is to see if it works. That is simply it. So we have to try and get through quite a few of our field upgrade charges. So it is gonna take us a little bit, but it isn't going to take us too long. It doesn't take too many rounds to get to that point where it's like, damn, this is annoying. It's taking too long to get toxic growth. So it's not really going to be too long. This video, in theory, shouldn't be too long. I would like to say, but yet again, you never know. So let's go ahead and convert this wall-to-wall clearance. That'll give us a little bit of extra essence as well. There we go. We got 13K. We can pack a punch real quick. Then we can head over here and say pick up, I don't know, what do we want to get? Deadshot double tap? The beautiful combo to turn anything OP. Okay, now we just got to go through a ton of these rounds and charge up our field upgrade, which right now it should just be a few kills to get our charge, and then obviously more and more and more and more and more until it kind of becomes just a little bit too much. I think in this game, we're going to dedicate like all of our essence to trying to get in the LGM, because I would love to go for a high round in this, but I just can't seem to get the LGM. And using the arrow launcher and stuff works until like 75. Once you come to about 75, it's like, all right, you know, you're kind of running a little bit low on essence. You kind of need to buy arrow or launchers, ammo a lot. And it just kind of takes a little bit too long, at least for my liking, right? I just cannot seem to get the LGM, dude. Trust me, I've sat there and spent like 100K at the mystery box and just don't get it. The game does not want to give me this damn... Okay, so we have our second charge already. We're just going to throw it down. We're just going to try and get him, throw him down, get him, throw him down until it starts taking a while, right? It's not really going to be too bad. We got a NPC right there, legendary. We're getting some legendary guns, so I am giving the mystery box some props, man. That's definitely very, very good to be on round 8 and already get the Nova line legendary as well as the NPC. Not too nasty bad, mystery box. We just need the next rarity. Usually it's been giving me, say, like the ray gun. Dude, I've had games where I hit the mystery box and get the ray gun on round 3, or I get the Mark II on round 3. Never have I gotten the LGM. I'm not joking. I haven't gotten it a single time, and I'm certainly not going to use my Wonder Bars, because my past of Wonder Bars is respin cycle, both times double ray gun, so I do not want to risk it. Even on maps where, like, say, the other Wonder Weapon's in the box, it just does not happen, dude. It is always the ray gun. We can reload real quick. Trying to save most of my ultras for the new Paradox map whenever that comes out. Obviously, that's kind of the smarter thing to do. Okay, we can go ahead and hit the mystery box again. Just keep killing these zombies. We should probably be able to get this thing max this game, I would say. We're about to have it at that point. I mean, it's level 39, max is 41. Ideally, I would think we could get it. Potentially before we even remotely save and quit, which would definitely be pretty cool. And we're about to have our third charge, which is definitely nice. Okay, what do we have? We have the Coda 9. We can just keep shredding these zombies. Yeah, I definitely like using this new AR. I wanted to make a video on it, and I'm going to, especially once we prestige it. But my original video actually got completely messed up, so there went that. Wasted like 45 minutes of my life, and my mic wasn't even working the entire time. Okay, we can just throw these down, try and get some kills with them, try and finish this round. We have our Toxic Growth again. We're gonna activate it. Yeah, I don't know how many times we're gonna try and push for this charge, but we're pretty much just gonna push it to the point where we're not getting a full charge every round, right? To where it's kind of super slow. We're starting to notice the difference in it, you know, things like that. I'm sure most of you guys kind of already know. There's the end of that round. Okay. Keep hitting this mystery box, keep kind of going from there. Definitely should probably pick up Juggernog, but I'm not necessarily worried about that right now. Funny enough, last game I finally got a Perkaholic. I've gotten like 8 armor gettins today, which I will take every time. It's a free 3-play vest, dude. That is such a good Gobblegum, especially like when it comes to Cursed. You can hop in, get a 3-plate, and then just go straight up to golden armor without having to do the 2-plate and everything. Super dope Gobblegum, so I will take those every single time I get it. I have literally gotten so many today. It is not even funny. There we go. Okay, so I'm thinking after this charge, we'll go ahead and save and quit. And then we'll rejoin back up our game. That's pretty much what you got to do. So, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? X9 Maverick. Don't need that. We have quite a few Toxic Growths hanging around. Let me kill a little bit of these zombies. Or the Ravagers, I mean. Okay, come on. Don't kill me. I don't have Jug. Treat me kindly. Throw that decoy. We should probably buy Jug, though, before we save and quit. That would be kind of smart, because we're going to kind of be on that point where the Uberclass is spawning in. Maybe not. Maybe beforehand. I don't want this video to be too long, so I don't really want to stretch it too much. Where's the last Ravager at? He's got to be somewhere around here. Is that you? Nice. Okay, blue rarity gun. We'll be able to get our charge this round. We'll call it in, and then next round, we'll save and quit. So we're going to hold on to this charge until the very end, so we can kind of start, you know, at a solid rate of our charge. We don't have it fully charged up when we come back. There's a full power. We'll take it, or max armor. I don't know why I called it a full power. I guess when you think about it, it could be a full power. You know, give you that full power to your armor. Yeah, we only have 1,000 essence right now. We only have a few more mystery box hits in us. Another blue gun. We can hit the box. Gonna run through this Toxic Growth. We do have our charge again, which is huge. So let's call this in. We'll flip the round, and then we'll save and quit. There's a zombie down there. Come on, buddy. There we go. Nice. Level 40. There's a zombie. It should be the last, I'm thinking. Okay, there's the end of that. Okay, let's save and quit. And now we should come back, and it should be pretty darn fast to get our field upgrade. It should be like we just started our match, but now that should last the rest of the game, in theory. Right, we're back in our match. We can hit the box again. So we have very little to our field upgrade. We should, in theory, be able to get it charged super fast. Let's train some zombies up. We do have 2 decoys we can throw. Then we can just stack some kills really, really easily. Now, this should be pretty easy. It shouldn't be too hard, right? We do have this Pack-a-Punch. Kind of chilling. So let's throw a decoy. There we go. All right, let's see. How fast can we get our charge inside of the game? We can reload real quick. We're like a third there. Not too bad. There we go. We're almost to that halfway point. Come on, zombies. There we go. So pretty much right there we got half of our charge. I don't really know if that's kind of working. I guess in a sense it could be. We can pull that off. We can hit this again. Okay. We can keep killing some of these zombies. So yeah, in theory, should be able to get like 50 so kills. I don't think we got 50 kills last round, so I'm not really worried. But we should be able to get our field upgrade probably about here soon, which we're definitely getting some charges for it. Don't get me wrong. I want to buy Speed Cola. I think I have the field or the augment on to charge our field upgrade faster, which definitely does help. That adds up a ton whenever you're doing something like this. Yeah, we're getting quite a bit. So let's run around here. We can shred the rest of these zombies. We can reload. And then there's our field upgrade. So there's our field upgrade, just like that. Bam, we'll pop that over there. We'll run over here. Okay, so now we have another charge available. Well, we don't have another charge available, but you kind of get the drift. We have a bar ready to fill of energy. Of the good old toxic juice. Let me throw a rarity on this. We're going to have Uberklaus spawn in. And we'll see how fast we can get it this run. Which is definitely an interesting theory. There we go. We can hop up here and reload. Come on, zombies. Okay. We can pop back over this way. Uberklaus is always a pain in the rear, man. Such an annoying elite to fight. Bad pick, devs. Bad pick. Would have much rather had Oscar. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. This is literally like fighting an Oscar. It is just super annoying. There we go. We haven't really killed many zombies, if any. We can kill some of them. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely getting our field upgrade pretty quick. Whenever we're actually sitting there getting kills. Come on, Uberklaus. But I can't tell if it's super fast, like, say, when you first start. There's max weapon level. Sweet. We can kill Uberklaus core. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Can we get our field upgrade charge? Is the main question. We're a little bit at that point. Kind of, I would say, 3/4 of the way there right now. So I don't know if this is actually a real thing. I've seen a lot of people say this, but I don't really know. I mean, maybe if you saved and quit on round 2, it locks it at that specific round that you're on and like this specific level that it is, right? Maybe that could work, right? Or maybe that's how it's working. But in a sense, to save and quit, say, whenever you start to kind of have trouble with it, doesn't really seem to be working, to be honest. That kind of seems to just be false, if that makes sense. Although, I don't know, right? From what I'm experiencing in this game, we're not getting it at an extremely fast rate. What do we have? A blue ether tool. Of course, we just purchased that. That is definitely my odds. And there's our toxic growth, right? There we go. Now, obviously, in high rounds, like, let's say, hypothetically, this is working, and we're getting our field upgrade at a very fast rate, which we very much could be, right? We very much could be. I mean, we're getting it charged, not too bad. In higher rounds, you're gonna get it faster if it, say, stayed at the same rate where we saved and quit. Because you're getting more zombies and just things like that, it's making it a little bit easier to get it at a faster time. There we go. Yeah, I mean, those zombies right there kind of put us at the halfway point, almost. Right? Almost at that point. There is the crossbow. We don't need that. So yeah, it's definitely one of those things. I don't know if it's working quite. It definitely seems to kind of be charging with the same amount of zombie kills. It doesn't really seem like it's kind of raising now. In terms of, say, me using my toxic growth. We can get some kills here. Charge this puppy up. I mean, yeah, I mean, we're definitely charging it up with the kills that we're getting. That was 12 kills right there. And we can keep getting some more. We're pretty much 3/4 of the way there now. Okay. There we go. There's a max armor. We about have our field upgrade. We need ammo. Dang it. Of course, that isn't a max ammo. Never get max ammos. We can actually just double pack. There we go. Increase our damage a little bit. And there's our field upgrade. So, yeah, it's definitely interesting that this theory of if you save and quit, you can kind of lock your field upgrade to actually kind of stick to a certain point. But the question is, should you save and quit on round 2? Or should you just save and quit when it gets hard? Or when it gets kind of too long to kind of keep up with and keep getting kills and consistently have your toxic growth? I don't know. I don't know the question to this, and I don't know the answer, right? So, who knows? What I recommend is hopping in game and trying to figure it out for yourself. Try and save and quit on round 2. See how fast your field upgrade charges, then on to 30, right? things like that inside of the game. There's definitely something weird going on with the field upgrades ever since they patched the version we were all doing. So I'm sure there is kind of some way to get this to kind of glitch and work, but I feel like it's going extremely fast like it was before we saved and quit. That point when we saved and quit, it seemed to kind of lock us on that level of field upgrade kills required, right? It doesn't seem to take that many more kills. I mean, in reality, we're like 10 charges in, which in this game is a lot. That requires quite a bit of kills, and we have 561 kills. So we're not getting 100, 150 kills per charge right now. You know, we're kind of getting, 50, 60 kills, and we're getting that charge, which is kind of what it's always originally been. That's why I say when you're using the gauntlet in the jail cell on Ashes of the Damned, it is so fast to get your field upgrade because you're getting so many damn zombie kills, right? So it's definitely an interesting thing. It's definitely an interesting theory going around, and I would like to agree that it could very much work, right? It just locks you on a specific point when you save and quit your first time. Do I think you can save and quit a second time? Probably not, right? I have tried that, and it does not really seem to, do it. It seems to kind of just set it back to normal. I don't know. Who knows, right? But let me know your experience with this inside of the game. Let me know if you've gotten it to work, or if you've used something and it kind of triggered, or the field upgrades have been acting a little bit weird in terms of getting charged. I'm pretty sure there is a workaround for this. So let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? Try it out for yourselves, of course, but just a little FYI, we about have our other charge once again. So we definitely are getting them pretty quick, and we definitely are getting them around about the same amount of kills, it seems like. It's not, they're not taking 20 kills more on each one. It seems like the exact same. So yeah, it seems like you can lock your field upgrade to a certain kill point inside of the game. But who knows? Thank you so much for watching. This was just kind of an experimental video of trying out this whole field upgrade thing and seeing if we can get it to work, test the waters a little bit, also try and get the rarest weapon in the mystery box. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Have a good one. Peace.